Hi, this is Miranda from My Scrappy Life and welcome back to my channel. This is just a normal regular process video, and here is the sketch that I'm using for this layout. It is off of my Pinterest and I will link it down below. What I am doing now is that I have one castle kit left, I think, if I remember correctly. I think this is the last castle that we looked at, or that I have to do anyway, I should say, for layouts and stuff in my trip in Europe. Now, I still have a bunch of stuff. I have the couple of times that I've gone to Lake Constance. I think I've got all three of those. I think I've got 1, 2, 3. I think I got 3 visits of that left to do. I have my London trip left to do, and then I have all of the other the Christmas type ones that I have left. It's the winter, I can't remember what it's called, but I've got a few things. And then I also got Heidelberg left, if I remember correctly. So I still got quite a bit of Europe left over. So I'm working through all of that. I did really well last year on trying to get some of these collections done or these trips done, and then I kind of fell off to the wayside. Like, after Josh left, I've just like kind of stuck to doing, or now that he's deployed, I should say, and whatnot, I just stuck to what I needed to do. I cut back just because I had to take care of Caitlin and all that stuff, which you guys all know. You guys are fantastic. You guys have been amazing. You know, throughout this whole process of me, you know, just literally giving you little bits here and there versus like what I've used to do in the past. I do know that I've cut back on a lot of my videos this year, but Josh will be in December, so we are roughly 69, 68, 67 days out. So on October 10th, we will be 60 days. Or the 8th. Actually, I think it's the 8th. Somewhere around there. Who knows? He will be home. Obviously, you know, flights and all that stuff can change. But it's roughly around that 1st to 2nd week of December. And then I've got 1 week left of Christmas. And then of school, winter break. And then, obviously, I'm home for all of that. So we're looking at bringing my son home for Christmas too. We just got to kind of play it by ear because he is now a supervisor at the Starbucks that he works at. So he, you know, and he's going to be starting college too. So that is in his works. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I got an 18-year-old. Hallelujah. One out the door, one close to it, and that is fantastic. So yeah. Here I am. I'm doing the strips just like what is in the sketch, and I'm just going back and forth, and I'm layering it to the middle, and then my photograph goes in the middle. This collection is the Bohemian style collection that was in July for the hip kit, and I absolutely love the way it looks. I think it's perfect. And it fits this castle because this was done during Mother's Day, and I do spell it. I used to know how to say this castle's name, but I can't remember it anymore. But it was huge part of World War I for sure, and a little bit for World War II, but mainly World War I. This one has been around a long time, or semi-long time, and there are plenty of spots in this particular castle that has bullet holes still in the walls. They haven't changed it. There is a few spots in this one where there is still people living because the king and queen of this castle is still alive. Not the king and queen itself, but, you know, the reigns of the family history. So there are still places where this one has active people that live and whatnot in it. So there are certain sections that we couldn't go to because people actually live there, and it wasn't open for people to go in and see. So that's a little bit about this history on this castle, but what I decided to do is that I wanted to bring in the darker colors of these bohemian flowers and place them on top and just kind of gather them around along the sides, and then kind of come in with these little circles and whatnot. And I really love how Close to My Heart brought in hexagons and circles for this collection, and then now in October we've got the diamond shaped ones, so I love that. I think they're perfect. So I'm really glad that they came back out with some more of those style. So I'm just going through and I'm adding all the embellishments. I really love these dark navy blue embellishments for these flowers, because I feel like they look like doilies, and they could be doilies. I'm calling them flowers because they look like flowers to me too. But I think that they just match this well because it brings out the blue that's in there. And, you know, just in general, everything about it in general. I just really love how it looks. I think it's perfect. So I'm just going through all of these little bits and bobs and just adding things that I think fits for this collection. I do add a bunch of flowers. I love the start. So every time that I make a castle section in my albums, because this is the last one, and I think it really is the last one that I have left to do, I always add the front, like this section, so that when you look through the album, you can tell that I've moved on from one castle to the other castle. Because I do know that while you're over in Europe, and if you've ever visited, especially in the European countries of like Germany and some of them that have really, really old history with castles and those types of things, they all kind of look alike. They may not be in the same sections of the, you know, of Europe for sure, but they all kind of look alike. I'm just saying. So what I decided to do is that these enamel dots, they all get used again. So I have used up 3 sections of these layouts because I think it fits perfect. So off camera, I placed down Solstice is castle, and then I can't remember what the last name or the bottom one is. I used to be able to say it all the time, and now that I'm not over in Europe, I'm not using my German like I should, or keep using it. I've kind of dropped off because there's no one else really around me that speaks German, so I've kind of lost it a little bit again, which is sad, but it is what it is. So I'm going through all of these little spots and I'm adding these things to it. I think that it is just gorgeous the way it is. I do come in with a bunch of other little things along with it, and it just turns out well for a cover page. I didn't make it too busy, or at least I don't feel it's too busy, because there isn't as much stuff on it, but to another person that is looking at it, it may be a little bit busier for you guys, but for me, this is kind of a lower end one for me. I hope that everything is going well. School is going well. I do know that I've got a couple other voiceovers that I've got to do along with this one, so I don't want to use up all of my conversations all in one video, because then I won't have nothing to say. So I'm going to leave you with the splatters. I hope that you all are staying safe. Have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.